salmon at Swansea, hitting a new club water called the Pluck. Really small venue, bit of shit weather, so we're going to head down and find a fish. So, I've decided after finding the fish, we've got quite a little bit of water here. I've got some lily pads down to my left, a little bit of open water in front of me, and I got some snags down to my right, which we've already seen sort of a mid-double koi and a lot of fizzing up. I've had some fish top over there and fish top by the lily pads. So I'm going to go in with a PVA bag on the right hand rod with the snags, so I'm going to set that up first. And believe it or not, I'm going to use a lead clip in the PVA bag. That's a bit unorthodox. Normally you'd use the running lead, but I love lead clips, and I want to discharge that lead super quick, and I want to just put the collar over just a little bit so it falls off straight away immediately. That's just my preferred method. So we're using one of the Fox collars, yeah. So we're going to put a little bit of bait in there, just a tad more. And what we've got in here is some decimate. This is by Midtown Baits. Here we have, just pull them out, surrounding, some decimate baits. They're super pungent, really sweet smell. So I've got a very short hook link from my lead clip, 2.5 ounce Fox lead, a Fox size 6 beak point with a wafter dumbbell, a decimate Midtown Bait wafter dumbbell, topped off with 4 little plastic pop-up maggots. So it sits sort of flat on the deck, just like that. Super sharp hook that will turn over and catch hold in the fish's lip every time. I've got a little bit of silicone on the top so I can see whether or not a fish has picked me up and done me, so to speak, and blown that silicone back down the shank of the hook. A little chopped down white kicker because we're fishing with a maggot topper. Inside this we have a lovely selection of chopped crushed boilie. We've also got a bit of ground bait mixed in there, some sweet corn bits, a little bit of everything, just to give me a nice sort of mixed pattern there. So the yellow from the sweet corn matches the yellow here, little bits of brown, little bits of red. It's just a nice all-round mix. So that's what we're going with. Put a little bit in the bottom there. My hook link is going to go in there. Just dab it down just a tad. I'm going to pop that in the collar, hold that. I'm going to add a wee bit more in there just for a bit of a separation. And I'm going to put the lead in. Lead goes in. A little bit more bait on the top. Dunk it down. Put a bit more on the top. Just like that. Press it down with my finger a little bit. And I'm going to twist that. Just pop it down. Twist that. Lick all round it, and then over the top it goes, and then I can pull that collar right out, sometimes with a full bag it doesn't quite stick on. And you'll just press the corners in, fold those over, just leave it for a second so it sticks. Same with this side. And then there's my solid PVA bag. So that's going out on the right hand side amongst the snags. I've got quite a lot of confidence in this, just smelling it. It's really, really pungent. So yeah, let's get this on the spot. Spot. rod out yet, and this one just screamed off. Lovely, lovely take. It was quite violent, so I think we may be a smaller. It's super nice to get a bite so quick. This has been in the what? How long, Will?
30 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
snapper, the number one in the net, and I don't know. I think we could go £18. I think we could have an £18 common. Brilliant. So this is the first bite we had. I've zeroed the scales. I'm just going to lift it up, get all the water out of it first. Check its fins are flat. What did I guess? 18, did I, boy?
Yeah, 18 there.
That is that is 18 and a half. Lovely. Could you kindly take these off me? We'll have a little look at her now, and then we'll take some stills and we'll get her back there. Well, a lovely fish to start with, got a bit of a sort of cyst on its tail. There she is, one last look at her. Feel free to come close here, Will, and so you can see her swim off. Here she is, time to go back, real beautiful fish. Thank you, Gil. Nice width from the back, quite a fat fish. So, little update, it is now, what's the time now, Will? It is 3:30. It's been raining pretty hard. It's been hanging actually, innit? Been raining pretty hard for quite some hours. After that, £18.5 common. I did get a screaming run. I think I said earlier it was on the same rod, but it wasn't. It was on the middle rod, which is relatively close, probably 20 yards apart. Had a little occurrence on the left-hand rod, but nothing really has gone on. I haven't seen any showing fish. No murking of the water, no fizzing, no bubbling, no jumping. I have been around just the other side of the, so we're at the very far end, the deeper end of the lake, and I've been round the little sort of path that goes around the edge of the lake, and I put a couple of scoops of bait, just a couple, one scoop of corn and one scoop of the stick mix flung over the middle rod, and 2 scoops of the stick mix and 1 scoop of corn over the right hand rod. I put nothing over the left just to see if that would bring some fish back, but I'm pretty certain they've moved off. But I also haven't seen any, it's only a small lake, I think it's like 1.5 or 2 acre lake, it's only small. And I haven't seen anything at that end either. So I think the plan now is to just wait. I mean, it was 2 o'clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2.
When I recast, I put fresh sticks on, fresh baits on 2 of the rods. They're both, all 3 are on the decimate wafters, the little dumbbell wafters. All of them are on that, but the one I had the bite on did have fake pop-up maggot toppers. I had 2 red ones, 2 white ones on there, but I think it's because that's where the majority of the fish were, so when we found them and we knew they were flipping here, I just stuck that straight in with them. And finding the spot, I only had 1 cast with a bare lead, 1 cast, hit the bottom relatively firm, pulled it back, put it on the clip, put a rig on, put it straight back out there, and 20 minutes later it went off. So it's just a case now of I'm going to sit on my hands, wait a little bit. We have had a few beats, haven't we? So there could be a couple fish still left in the area, but I have got a problem with the little coots and moorhens diving on the spots. They're being a bit of a pest, so if that continues to happen, I think my next plan is to go in with a boilie string. So just the normal rig and bait that I'm using, but instead of putting a stick on, I'll just put some PVA string with 7 or 8 boilies on it and flick that out. So I've got a nice little cluster of decimate bottom bait boilies around my hook bait, and hopefully they'll come in for the yellow one first. If that fails, I will have to cross that bridge when we come to it. The rain has sort of literally just died down, so hopefully it stays that way for a little bit and we can get outside, because it was torrential for a while, wasn't it? The water level has moved up the bank about 6 inches, so I had about that much gap between my front bank sticks and the water, and now the water's touching my bank sticks, so we have had a rise in water. Yeah, so just thought we would do a quick update on exactly what's gone on. I'm not really expecting much to happen. Mind you, it's supposed to be warmer tonight than it was last night. Last night, where I live anyway, we had a frost the following morning. So hopefully it's going to be, the weather stays as it is. It's supposed to be 10, 11 degrees tonight, isn't it? And then tomorrow is supposed to be the majority of the day is supposed to be overcast, cloudy, with like 10, 12 degrees, and that could be a good day. And then I think Sunday's got a bit of sun in the afternoon, so we'll see how we go. We're leaving here sort of Monday morning probably, unless we get a bumper haul, and we can leave Sunday. But Monday morning, I think, is when we're going to start packing down to get home for, just gone midday. So yeah, there's no fish activity to report. So we've just got to sit on our hands for a couple of hours. I know there's a guy just further down. I've seen him; he's doing quite regular casting. I'm not sure if that's a trick of this water, but I don't know if he's had anything or not. I think he may have had a small fish earlier, because I did see him pulling a sling out of the water, and I thought it looked like there was something smaller in there. But maybe that's the key, frequently casting. But I'm going to try that at a later date. I'm just going to sit on my hands. I think the fish have moved out, so instead of continually casting, I'm just going to give them a chance to come back in, hit the little bit of bait I put out. Obviously it's still spring, we're not ploughing loads of bait in, but yeah, just hoping the weather holds up, because Will here is doing some footage for me, recording, and he's my cameraman, so hopefully the weather stays. It can be cold just as long as it's not hammering down with rain. There's another coot coming over my spot now that's probably going to end up diving down, so yeah, I don't really, maybe an all-out boilie approach, but I thought I'd get hassled by nuisance fish. Bream, he's just dived there, look. And that's probably 10 yards off my middle rod. But yeah, I thought I'd get bashed by nuisance fish, rudd, roach, bream, but no, we haven't. So yeah, just going to sit on our hands, and hopefully the next time you see us we will be playing a fish. But if not, yeah, I know. If not, then we will do like an update before we go into night time, before we leave, the rods out for the night. I'm thinking if I don't get anything from the spots I'm fishing now, I may move the middle rod to more open water and put it on a pop-up with a 360 rig, with you know, a stringer with some boilies on the end, because I haven't got anything to lose at that point. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on it, to be honest, at the minute. It's just starting to spit again, is it? Yeah, I've got a couple of people the other side of the bank as well. I don't know what they're doing, just walking, I think. But yeah, it's a bit cold, isn't it? Like, it's got a bit of a chill, but just waiting for one of these rods to rattle off, and if they don't, then we're going to have to pull something out the bag to try and make it happen. And that's what you've got to do. If it goes quiet, you just got to simply try and make something happen. So it's what, 3:30 you said, is it? Just gone. So maybe give it till about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and I'll reassess. I'll probably, like I said, change that middle rod. But for now, we're just going to sit on our hands and hopefully something magic happens. There's a couple of fish that I really wanted when I come here. They're on the target list. I think the Governor is one, Apples is another. There's a few. There's a nice scaly mirror. I didn't catch the name of it, but there's a really nice scaly mirror with like a yellow tinge on its belly. I think it's around 22 or 25 pound by the look of it. But that would be nice. I mean, the max size of fish in this small pond is, I think, from what the research I've done, I think it's 27 pound. There used to be a 30 in there called, I think it was called the Black Mirror, but that hasn't been out for, I think, a couple of years, and they're not sure if it's even still here. But yeah, we'll keep going, and hopefully next time you see us, we'll have a fish. Final little update before we call it a night. So you won't hear from us now again until morning, unless we get a fish in the night, and then we'll do a little piece of camera. But so basically, I've been fishing this bowl here. That's where I had a fish this morning. This rod was fished out towards the rock over there, and I had a run, but nothing on the end. But now I've moved the fish out, this middle rod, sorry, out slightly into open water. And this left-hand rod here has been fishing off the lilies, but I don't want to fish tight to those lily pads that you're looking at right now. I don't want to fish off there in the night because I won't be able to get to this rod in time. So I'm going to bring this left-hand rod and this middle rod, and I'm going to punch them out into open water. So the reason why I want them in open water is because there's a guy in the next swim, and he's had a couple of fish. He's had a 20-pound fish called two-tone, and he's had a, I don't know, probably 16, 17 pound common. But the fish have moved out of here today. They've gone into the main body of water, into the centre of the lake. So I'm not going to go too far because I don't want to cut him off or put pressure on the fish that he has, especially that he's going home toward dark. So I don't want to ruin his final chance of getting that last minute bite, but I am sticking them out there because it's time for me to put the rods in for the night now. And then this right hand rod I'm going to keep into the middle of this bowl here for any fish that do decide to come back in here early morning. We're hoping for the weather to be a little bit better come morning, so hopefully that right hand rod will go again. I've had a fish off there, I've seen a few fish crashing, I've seen a bright orange coral about the place, which he was also spotted in the middle of the lake earlier today. So yeah, I've got some rigs tied. I'm going to PVA bag them up. Well, just little teeny bags just hooked on, and I'm going to fire them out, and then that's it then. It's going to be a case of just chilling in the bivvy, and if anything happens, brilliant, but I can't imagine any night bites going on because it's just too cold. It's just too cold for the night bites really in the main, so I'm expecting maybe more day bites. So if they don't go off, I'll reset them at first light, ready for the day ahead. So just flick these alarms off and I'll get these back out on the new spots. So we're going out with all out corn approach now on one rod, just to see if that can instigate a bite, because it's been quite a while now, no fish have been pulled out. So we're going to try see if we can do something a little bit different on one area to see if it gets bites. To be honest, if the yellow wafters aren't getting bites, I can't imagine the corn can, but we won't know till we try. So we're going to go ahead with that. I'm going to make up a bit of a mix first that I can scatter out with the scoop. And we're going to start off by crushing some. We're still going to add boilies in, but it's going to be predominantly corn. We're going to crush up some decimate Midtown Baits in there, some powder, some we're just going to stab the crusher in it, and just a little turn, just so that we've got some good chunks to go out. That smells quite potent. We will put a couple of holes in there as well. And then once we've added enough of that, we're going to add some that are soaked too. We're going to add some that are soaked. The reason why I am adding boilies into it is because I can still go back to boilie and them not be fixed on the maize. It's more on the corn. It's more just to see if I can draw some fish back into the swim. And what they have on here a lot is corn. I just spoke to the head bailiff, and he says a lot have come out on corn. So we're going to see if we can draw them into something a little bit familiar, and then we're going to possibly go back to boilies if the fish turn up in the swim. Some motocross bite on the go. Right, a good crush. There's quite a few in there. Sorry about that. Let's see what this motocross guy was doing. It looked like he was about to run over my rods and scare the swim. But yeah, so we're going to hopefully go back to the boilie approach. Just use the corn to try and lure some fish back into the swim. There again, is he? Bloody hell. So we're going to stick some corn in. We've got some frozen corn straight out of the supermarket. We're going to put a good dousing of that corn in here. Nice good dousing of corn along with the top baits. We really want that corn to stick out, especially when I'll be trying a bit of corn and some yellow wafters in there, which I've got one there actually. So that's the yellow wafter, so I can either fish corn, which is like to match the hatch, or I can fish one of those yellow wafters on the top. So that's the plan here. Get a nice head of bait out there. I'm not going to like overfeed the fish. I'm just going to use something they're familiar with to try and instigate a take. When the times like these get a bit rough and hard to get bites, go into something that the fish are used to can instigate a bite. So we're going to try that. We're going to give it a good douse in salmon oil too, just to slick up the swim and stuff like that. These boilies, these sort of crumb and chop boilies, will soak this oil up and will really be a good attractor. And we are going to put just a tiny bit of some tiger nut liquid in here, and we'll mix that into and then the finished product will look a bit like that, proper glowing. I can fish numerous things over the top of that, and it just like I said, gives the fish something familiar to draw them back in the swim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round. I'm going to walk round to the opposite bank, and I'm just going to use the scoop to flick a small bed of bait onto the spots that I'm going to fish. And yeah, hopefully that'll be enough to get a bite. Day yesterday, and it was hard, wasn't it, Will?
Yeah, really hard.
Nothing, no bites, no fish shown, no nothing. A bit of bubbling on the right hand spot yesterday evening. But yeah, it was a really hard day. We didn't really do much of an update. Because just concentrate here because I don't want to get any loose snags down here. Just keeping pressure on, not letting it have any line right now. Took a hell of a run. I don't know if you heard it, Will.
No, I didn't hear it.
I took a hell of a run, screaming. It was all the way out there, and this is where I hooked it. Took a monstrous run. Could you kindly get that net ready for me, Will?
Yeah, sure.
Bring it over when you're ready. Jesus. This come off now, wouldn't it? I'll be doing that. So, yeah, it's been a really hard day. It's lovely to get off the mark again. Jump to the head. I'm not surprised at that. Yes. We really needed that. And it's cold. It is really cold. That's a janky old mirror. It just keeps getting bigger. It's got a hell of a lump on its side. Look. That's going to be easily identifiable. Right, I'll keeps getting bigger. It's got a lump there. Big lump on its side. Well, that could be £20. That could be a target fish, like. Right, so we're going to take a minute, get this fish hooked and slinged, and I think it's not going to be long and it'll be light. So I'm going to get a coat because it's absolutely bolted and my head's going up. I'm absolutely bolted, so I'm going to get a coat, pop it in a sling. It won't be long and it'll be light, and then we'll take a proper look at it when it's when that light comes up now. But for this lake, that's a donkey. Look at the I recognise this fish, you know, with a kink on its side. But lovely. Yeah, let's get a sling. So this is a mirror. I'm gonna scoop her up and have a look at it. It's got a bit of a bend in its belly, bit of a lump there. But look at that. Lovely scales, beautiful colours to the fins, nice wide back on it. Some bubbles there. Lovely mouth. Absolute cracking fish. Biggest in year, I'm told, is 26 to 27 pounds at the right time of year. This fish was 22 pound minus, I think, 3.5. So we're talking not far off 19 pound, I think. But I'll do the math in a short while. But some nice scaling on it. Lovely marbling pattern. We'll take a look at the other side. This is the other side. Cracking fish. Look at the wrist on its tail. It's got a few lumps on the wrist of the tail too. But really nice fish. I did say that I was expecting the fish to turn up in that bay today due to the weather. I mean, we got good weather today, as far as that it's not raining anyway. Yeah, hopefully there's a few more to be had from that bay. But yeah, it's been nothing yesterday. It was a really painstaking day. Nothing but strong winds, freezing cold rain, and it just turned the lake off really. A guy did catch a fish up there, and I think a koi come out as well by the head bailiff. But yeah, we're back on them, so hopefully we'll have another fish a little bit later today, because we're off tomorrow morning. So we've got about 24 hours of our session left, and we're 2 fish down, so lovely. Just check these fins are flat. You'll just undo it here. Chill out, pal. Lovely, so let's get our rod back on the spot. I can work out the weight, see if they know this fish, because it's bound to be known with that jink in it. And yeah, we'll see if we can't hook ourselves another. Get this rig back on the spot now. Hopefully there's time for another one. Donk, lovely. Get it back on the alarm. Sink the line. Hopefully there's a few more fish going to float back in this bay now. That's enough. Get our bobbin set. And there it is. And look at that lovely sun that's coming up. Get this alarm on. We're fishing. So, little update. I haven't had a fish since that 18.5 pound mirror this morning. I made a mistake on the first fish, so I caught this second fish and weighed it, and I was like, well, this is the same weight, like, you know. It's bearing in mind I didn't zero the scales, I just deducted the weight of the scales off the end weight, and I thought this looks a little bit sort of same width in the back, but it looked a bit longer, and I thought, oh, it can't be. So I rechecked the weight of the sling, and I was off by a pound. So the first common I had was 17.5 pound, and the mirror that I had was 18.5 pound. But since that 18.5 pound mirror, I haven't had anything. So that was like 6 o'clock this morning. So how's it going, all? Little update. It is now Sunday, Easter Sunday Eve. We are what time? 7 o'clock?
Yeah,
7, 8 o'clock, something like I've just had my third bite of the session on the same rod, the right hand rod. They've all come off the right hand rod. That spot is kind of starting to rock now. But I had a hook pull, which is the first hook pull I've had in years. I've had a few where I've had runs and got to the rod and then nothing, but under pressure where I felt the head shakes and it's pulled me a little bit, and then all of a sudden hook come out. Must have been start of 2022 when I had my last hook pull, something like that, maybe mid 2022. So really gutted about that. I checked the hook point, dinted. The point had actually folded over and curled over. I don't know if that must have been, I don't know how it happened, because I checked it when I put it in the obviously PVA bag, checked it when it went in the bag, it was gripping in my thumbnail, and yeah, I don't know, it must have maybe been picked up. Oh, someone's in. Yeah, someone's in the other far side.
Guy's just done that.
Yeah. So there is a chance that we get another one, I suppose, tonight, especially now that guy's just had a take. But I'm not massively hopeful. It's been really warm today, so possibility of having a bite in the night, slim, but it's there, more than last night anyway, because it was freezing last night, but should be a little bit more milder tonight. And then the last chance of the session, so we're going home tomorrow at 10, and we so maybe first light. So first light this morning I had a run and landed one. So maybe first light tomorrow I'll have one. So we got the rest of the evening now till it goes dark, and then probably between sort of 10:30 and 3 in the morning probably won't have any chance then, and maybe between sort of 3 and first light we might get a final take. But if we haven't had one by sort of 7:30, 8, then it's game over then. But you know, we've had a good time, haven't we? And the bait that I've been using from Midtown, I'll show you again. So the Midtown baits, the pop-ups and the wafter dumbbells, they've done pretty good. I've had various like tippers on them as well, so I've had like a wafter with a piece of corn on the top and little things like that. But I've used little fake maggots as like boilie stops as well, and we've mixed it up a bit, put some salmon oil over the top, you know, just as you do, doing little things to try and get an edge. But yeah, 3 bites. Oh, there's that our rat friend again. Yeah, 3 bites, landed 2. It would be really nice just to get one more fish on the bank. But to be honest, we've had a mare of a day, haven't we? As far as power's concerned. Yeah. Oh my god, like power banks dying, torches dying, phones dying. We literally got no power left other than the phone we're on now and a spare phone, which I've had to swap SIMs and everything just to be able to communicate with people. And it's it has been a nightmare, but plodding on. There is another chance, so I'm going to grip onto that now. Got a few rods on some good spots. We had a couple of liners on the middle rod, didn't we? And then we had a liner on the right hand rod, and then what, 20 minutes went by, and then we had that take after those 2 liners. Oh, Rat Friend's back again, look. He's got balls, isn't he? He's brave.
Yeah, he's out there.
But yeah, we're just going to see what the night brings. We haven't really done much updates today because it has been really hot. All the fish are down the shallow end of the lake, and that is a nightmare to fish because there's loads of like, I don't know, it's all like mangrove here. I don't know really what types of bushes or trees they are, but they're all growing in the water, and it's something you'd go up there with a stalking rod. And we have been up, and I've been up, you've been up just to look, see if they were there, and nothing. Yeah, so if the next time you'll hear from us is going to be the morning where we're going to sign off our session, unless obviously we catch a fish. But yeah, our next update is going to be in the morrow. So hopefully we see you sooner than that and we'll have a fish to play with. But I'm losing confidence really, pretty quick after that hook pull. It's absolutely gutting losing a fish. But that's carp fishing, isn't it? If we landed them all, it'd probably get boring in the end, and you wouldn't be nervous, would you, when you're playing one? So yeah, that's pretty much it. So catch you on the next update. Here we go. Underneath my little rod. We went to bed, didn't we, boy?
Yeah.
And after a lost fish, I was a bit disheartened. I haven't had a hook pull for a long time. Got a boil on the surface. Got to try and keep the rod low. So, I pop the dorsal around. We're at 3 of the other rod now. Boil on the surface under the tree. Scrapper. Quite the taste. It took me a minute to come round and realise that it wasn't just a line there. It's literally just here, but stay deep, just in front of me. Pulling feels like a nice fish. Flicked off the dorsal and God, heart in your mouth stuff. Just gently try and ease it back from underneath the middle rod. There we go. He's out. Yeah, it took me just a minute to realise that actually no, that's a take. Oh God, keeps flicking off that fin. I keep thinking I lost the thing. It's proper giving a good account for itself. Having said that, it didn't look that big when I saw the wrist of the tail come out of the water, but to be honest, I'm a bit disorientated. Especially with that bloody light, I can tell you that. But this is, to be fair, the first time I've been wrong, innit, Will?
Yeah.
I think I was saying it out of being a bit disheartened and grumpy. But I said, well, I did say about 10 o'clock, didn't I? After that, I don't think we'll have one. I think our next chance would be the morning.
It's now what, 11?
I'm not sure. Is that what it is it?
Yeah, check that out.
But, this is the 4th bite this rod has done now in this bay on the right hand side. So super chuffed. It's really doing well. Playing it with a bit of ease because I've lost one. Got socks over my trousers because I've been sleeping and I don't have the trousers rolled up. It's a bit too cold to bare leg it. nice because we're going in the morning at around 10. And it's really nice to just get that other bite, and hopefully we can land this. But it's definitely given a good scrap, and I would say this is probably giving the best scrap of the three. It's nearly done now. It's just wallowing about in front of me. Done now. Okay. Oh no, we're gonna go again. That spoon a little bit. Keeps trying to get under that middle rod, I can tell you that much. God, were you asleep, were you?
Yeah, fast asleep.
I was like, I'd not long turned the phone off. I was just in that sort of like half sleeping, half not.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, girl. I'm pretty sure this fish isn't that big, you know, but God, it's pulling me bloody arm off. Got a few head shakes as well, so normally the head shakes suggest that it's a smaller fish. I'm also feeling weight, so I'm a bit confused, and I know there's no catfish in here either. I've got a bit of weed on the line, maybe that's what's going on. Taking me through a weed bed. I'm not sure what weed bed because I haven't found any weed this end of the lake. I'm pretty sure it's quite small. A hell of a loop in the rod, and the arm is actually aching now, my right arm. And I think it might be a mirror, but it's pretty hard to tell in the dark with that light in the face. There it is. I think he comes up, it sees the light and decides to go for a run again. Give it a little bit of pressure, try and lift its head again. Oh God. I ain't letting you go again, you come on. Oh God. This is the fourth time it's flicked off the dorsal now. But what a feeling after losing a fish to get another one when you don't think you're gonna get another one. It's an amazing feeling. I'm lucky to have Will here to film these moments. He's done a hell of a job getting up at all sorts of hours, you know. 5:30 in the morning for this fish and 11 o'clock at night for this fish. And done a hell of a job, and you have a nice little film by the time we're done here. There she is. Oh, it's got a mouth on it, mind. Bloody hell. coming to the end now. Yeah, it's definitely a mirror. It's fighting to the death. It's gonna go for another run, I think. Yeah. Tell you what, I've got a lot of confidence over this Fox camera line. Let's try to go under the rod again. Oh, mosquito in the ear. Oh, off the dorsal. Right. This is nerve-wracking stuff. It don't matter what size fish you have, like I'm never going to beat a PB with mine in here, but it's still nerve-wracking stuff. Yeah. There we go, come on, go. We had a little bit of a camera issue there, but we are back on, and even though Will's been out sorting the camera problem out, it's still going. It does not want to give up, this fish. Ticking away. I'm not going to bully it and rush it too much, because with my luck, come on. Judge in the dark. It's not look good. Big fish, it's fought. Strong. Here we are, he's done. Oh yes, there she is. Get in! God, didn't think that was going to happen again. Oh, what a feeling that is. Come on girl, let's take a peek.
Yeah, it's the same as the one I caught last time. I don't know, it's got a bloody belly on it, isn't it?
So, we haven't got much footage of this in the night, as we've run low on a load of power, as we said before, but we just weighed the linear now, and it's 22 pound, so that's really nice for this venue. Light. So we'll lift him up now. Look at that. Lovely, lovely linear. Hell of a belly on him. Nice tail. Super, super chuffed. And the fact that I lost one earlier and then I get rewarded with this. Absolutely stunning fish. Fish like this is what drew me a cheap ticket. An amazing fish. Absolutely brilliant fish. A little drop scale there. How's that, Will?
Yeah, lovely.
Let's flip it round and quickly see the other side. Hell of a belly on it, little boilie muncher. There we go. Look at that. Cracking fish. So we're going to get some pictures of this one, and then we're going to let it go. This is my most special capture from this venue so far. And just a quick note, guys, that if you want to come here and catch this fish, then I will leave all the details in the link in the description below about how you can get yourselves a ticket on this venue. Again, it's the South Wales Fishing Society. You can go on Club, mate, and get a ticket, or you can find them on Facebook and talk to them direct, and they will explain better how you can, but I will leave a link. It's £40 at the minute for the year, and I mean, look at that. Well worth 40 quid just for this fish, let alone any of the others. So we'll let this one go now. Thank you, girl. What a belly on it, look at that. Gold plates, what a stunner. I'm looking forward to seeing what the name is of this fish. Just let her recover a minute. Back to the sack because I'm knackered. Got stuck in the tree over there, and oh god, I'm knackered. And it just locked up solid, but I took the pressure off and just just let it try and work its way out instead of pulling its head off. Just concentrating there. Oh, out of the panic, I was looking at it coming off. The other rod. Oh, we're bending that rod, but I'm confident this is a smaller fish, but welcome all the same. I think it's a proper scaly mirror though. Might even be maybe I'm being a bit bold there by saying it's fully scaled, but maybe it's just quite a scaly mirror. Oh, God, pins up his gill there. This is nice, so they're 5 bites.
Yeah.
And see if I can land this one. If I land this one, it's 4 landed out of 5 bites. And I know he's nailed because he had a 4-ounce lead in the bag. It's a lovely scaly mirror, it looks lush. Do you have any idea what the time is?
Yeah.
What?
Do you want to take a guess?
No.
7:30.
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be later than that. could hear it raining, and all I was thinking is, oh god, we got packed down in the rain. Rain going down the back of my neck. Hell of a bend in that rod. Come on. Come on, yeah. Go out and just do a little bit. Quite shallow here, isn't it, in this little edge bit?
Yeah.
These fish fight well. Come on. Nice scaly. In the net. Yes! God, this trip went from disaster. I don't know. 15? Let's get it out on the mat and see what she's all about. Try that again. Another 18-pound mirror, almost fully scaled. What a beaut. Let's try this through again. She's got a big scab on the top of her tail. She's been hit by something. She's full of life. Oh yeah. There it is. Cracking looking fish. And I wasn't convinced I was going to get another one, but I did think that last chance was first light or really early morning. But yeah, the session's really turned around on its head at the last minute. So we're not going to mess about. We're going in 2.5 hours. That's all we've got left. So we've got a quick pack down. It is starting to rain. It is starting to rain. It was raining a bit earlier. Oh yeah. Good. It was raining a bit earlier. Oh god. Beating me up on the bank. Every time. Come on, behave. There's the other side. Cracker. And we're back up. So guys, we're just gonna give a little bit of first aid antiseptic spray here. It's got a big hole in its tail here. So I'm gonna give that a good dousing of that. The same with its mouth. Give it a little bit more. There we go. This is NGT antiseptic fish spray. What we're going to do is we're just going to get this one back now, and then redo the rod, get another PVA bag on this rod, and yeah, get it gone. And hopefully, never know, we might be able to winkle another one out. But until then, we're packing down. 18-pound mirror being returned. I've then had some antiseptic spray. Right, beauty. Nice. So, like I said, getting another PVA bag on that, having a cup of tea, and then starting a bit of a grueling pat down process. And it's starting to rain, so let's get that done, eh? So that's our session drawn to a close. We've been there 3 nights, 4 days, 5 bites, 4 fish. Biggest is £22. It's been a good trip and it will.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
But it's time to go home.